Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Merry Christmas Eve. It is currently 5:35 p.m. on Christmas Eve. We just got back from the grocery store. I tried to go to a couple different places to get a dessert for Christmas Day tomorrow. Alex took me to Nothing Bundt Cakes, and they were closed. They closed at 4 o'clock. We got there about 4:15. And then I was gonna go to Taylor's Bakery, but they closed at 5, and so I thought by the time that we got there, they were probably gonna be out of everything. And then this cupcake place that I was gonna go to, they were permanently closed, which I didn't know. And then this other place that was on the way, a little cupcake place called Small Cakes, they were closed. So I was like, let's just go to Kroger, and then that way I can get some gift cards that I wanted to get too. So we went to Kroger. It was actually not too busy. I was kind of surprised. And we got a bunch of snacks and groceries and stuff. Alex got donuts and cookies, and we got chips and dip, and I got a sweetheart roll for tomorrow, a Rosalind Bakery sweetheart roll for tomorrow morning, and well, tomorrow morning, whenever we wake up tomorrow. And yeah, so it was that was going to the grocery store, and it wasn't, I mean, I was kind of surprised. I thought it would be like super busy. They closed at 6 though, so maybe that's why it wasn't super busy. My stepmom and I are, well, I was texting my dad and my stepmom, but my stepmom is still texting me. What is she texting me? Hold on just a second. So anyway, yeah, I've had just kind of like a really relaxing, nice day. I actually got so much stuff done last night. I had like a ton of cameos to do, and I wanted to make sure that I got them to everybody in time for Christmas. So I literally just like sat down for like, I don't know, like 2 hours and just like got them all done like right in a row. And then I filmed a bunch of videos. I filmed the drama video. Well, I think I said this last night, but I filmed the drama video for today, doing a Unpopular Opinions Christmas edition video. It's already up, it's posted. And then we were hungry, so we ordered pizza, and we were waiting for this pizza, so from Papa John's. And so I just started like wrapping my presents. I was watching It Came Upon a Midnight Clear on YouTube, which is like one of my favorite Christmas movies with Mickey Rooney. And so I think the kid's name is Scott Grimes. He was like, is that his name? I don't know what his name is. I should look it up and see. If I remember that kid's name from that movie, that'll be so hilarious. But he was also in that movie with Jacqueline Smith called The Night We Saved Christmas. Hold on a second, let me see. The Night They Saved Christmas. Let's see who the cast is in this. Scott Grimes. How did I ever remember that? Let's see where he is today. He's 51 years old. Wikipedia says Scott Grimes is an American actor and singer. Some of his most prominent roles include appearances in the 1984 cult classic The Night They Saved Christmas, ER as Dr. Archie Morris, Party of Five as Will McCorkle. I don't remember him in Party of Five. Band of Brothers as Technical Sergeant Donald Malarkey, and the animated sitcom American Dad, voicing Steve Smith. He's also well known by cult movie fans for his roles as Bradley Brown in the first 2 Critters films. Since 2017, he has been a regular on the Fox Hulu sci-fi comedy drama The Orville as Lieutenant Gordon Malloy. And he's 51. Yeah, so he's like almost the same age as me. And he's been married 3 times. And he has 2 children. Not that anybody cares, right? I can't believe that it doesn't. His filmography, let's see. Critters, 1986. Where is It Came Upon a Midnight Clear? It doesn't even say it. It doesn't even list it on here. Oh, television. Oh, 1984. They both came out the same year. The Night They Saved Christmas and It Came Upon the Midnight Clear were both the same year that they came out. Isn't that so funny? So I was watching that, and I was like, I'm just going to start wrapping presents now. And so I started wrapping presents. I got all my presents wrapped last night. They're all, here, I'll show you. They're all like sitting in front of the Christmas tree. Alex was like, you ruined my theme of black boxes. I was like, well, it is what it is, so get over it. But anyway, I need to do something with this plant if I'm gonna vlog here through the winter and like move this plant a little bit. So I was like almost done with the movie, and I was like, when did you order the pizza? And Alex was like, it's been like an hour and a half. And so he like called, and they had canceled our order and they were closed. We didn't even know it. So Alex made some pizza rolls for him, but they were like combo pizza rolls, so they had meat in them, so I couldn't have those. So he made me some, like those, what are the french fries called? Oh, I can't remember what those are called. Babe? He can't hear me, but anyway. Those french fries, the big ones, you know I'm talking about those. Why I can't think of what those are called. Waffle fries. And I had those, and then I had this bag of stuffing from Fresh Time. Do you guys remember me talking about that? Like, I had bought 2 bags of it. It's horrible. It's like the worst stuffing in the entire world, but I made it. And then we watched Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City last night. And watched that, got caught up in that while we ate. And then Alex was like, let's watch a Christmas movie, which I thought was really cute because he doesn't ever really want to watch Christmas movies. So he picked out this movie called Christmas with You with Freddie Prinze Jr. And I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. Like, this looks cheesy. It was about this girl, and it was going to be her quinceanera. And so she is in like love with it. It kind of reminded me, if you guys watched that movie with Jennifer Lopez called Marry Me, it was very similar to that. And it was about this girl. And so anyway, all she wanted was to get a selfie with like her favorite singer, which was this girl named Angelina. It was a romance. And so this Angelina comes to her small town. And anyway, it was really good, you guys. I was really kind of surprised. Did it just come out this year? The only thing is that we couldn't believe, yeah, 2022, it came out this year. So if you're looking for a good Christmas movie to watch, I would recommend, A Storm for Christmas, that series on Netflix was fantastic. But if you're wanting kind of like, just like a rom-com, Christmas with You, and I actually this is how cheesy I am. I actually downloaded like the song of that's like known for the movie, like not the theme song, but like, anyway. I just lit a bunch of candles in here. I can smell them. They smell so good. So anyway, we watched that. And then Alex was like, I'm going to go to bed. And I was like, okay. So, because at that point it was like late. Because when we were watching Salt Lake City, I looked at the clock and I was like, can you believe it's like 12:40? So we didn't even start watching that movie till like, I don't know, like quarter till or 10 till like 1 or something like that. Because I think that was at the end of Salt Lake City when I said that. So he went to bed. And then I stayed up and I watched the end of RuPaul's Drag Race Canada versus the World, which I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I will say this, like any of the top 4 could have won for me and I would have been completely fine with that. But what they did was, like, they didn't base it on like overall like how they did for the season. They had the top 4 do like a lip sync battle, which they've done in previous years of RuPaul, which is where it's like 2 go against each other, you know, and then 2 go against each other, and then the winners of those go against each other for the finals. The only thing for me is that I feel like there was somebody from this season that like stood out so much more than everybody else. I mean, okay, I have my favorite, and this person wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I feel like they did so much better than everybody else that I feel like they really deserved to win, and they didn't. And then on the final 2, it was interesting because the person that won, I did not think did a better lip sync, but that was just me. But whatever. But then I thought the winner was more deserving of winning over the other person. So it's always interesting when they do those lip syncs at the very end, and I don't know. I will say this too. It's also interesting to me that like this is what you do for a living. Like, you are a drag queen and you're up in the finale. It's like you know, you're up for the drag, you know, the final, and it's like, you know, you're gonna be doing this, and it's like, why not pull out all the stops? Like, why not have like all these reveals and, you know, like gimmicks and, you know, plot twists and things like that? But they don't very often, you know, like, I mean, one of them did, but they don't very often, you know, and it's like, why can't I remember her name? Sasha, why can't I remember Sasha's name? I watch, because, hold on a second, Sasha Velour, when she won on RuPaul's Drag Race and she took the hair off and she had the rose petals underneath it, she does it was I Get So Emotional, Baby, to Whitney Houston, but she does a version for her nightclub act, which is called Nightgowns. It's like a drag, like, variety show that she's got, like, different, like, drag queens in it. Look it up on YouTube if you want to see it. It's called, just put in Sasha Velour nightgowns and it'll pull it up. It is fantastic. I mean, and it's like, it's literally like a lesson in like how to do like a final. It's fantastic. So it's even better than the finale at RuPaul's Drag Race. So watch that. And then I was like awake and I was like, I don't want to go to bed. And it's like Christmas Eve. Well, it was Christmas Eve at that point. And I wanted to watch something really Christmassy. Part of it for me is like some of these movies, which I love, like Smoky Mountain Christmas or Polar Express and, you know, The Night They Saved Christmas, some of these movies, I've seen them, Seasons of Miracles, I've seen them so many times that they're like Rudolph. Like I was watching Rudolph like all day today, but I had it in the background like while I was doing stuff. I still haven't finished it. I still haven't finished it. I still haven't finished it. I have like 20 minutes left. But those are things that like I like to have on in the background while I'm doing other things because to just sit and watch it when I've watched it like 50 times before, like I love them, but I don't love them like that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm so out of focus tonight. I don't know why. The box is not there and the plant is in my way. See, I took the plant away and then the box came. That's really interesting. So anyway, I don't want to have to start taking the plant down when I film, but I might have to do that. Or the table, see the table is like really narrow. Here, I'll show you. The table is like really narrow, so I only have like a little bit of room that I can put the table on. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I watched, so I had started watching it like the night before and I watched like 3 minutes of it and Alex was laughing because he was like, so you just turned it on to watch 3 minutes of it? And I was like, well, I just kind of wanted to get in the mood before I went to sleep. And so I watched A Christmas Carol on Disney Plus, and it's the animated Pixar version that has like Jim Carrey doing the voice of Ebenezer Scrooge. And it's so fantastically done, you guys. Like, it is really like a beautiful edition of it. And like, I mean, they kind of like expand on the story a little. They don't expand on the story, but like some of the action scenes of like Ebenezer when he's like with the ghosts of, you know, past, present, and future. Like, there's this one scene like where he like gets really, really small and he's like rolling through the tunnels and like that's not like, you know, obviously in the book and whatever, or the, you know, the first telling of it. So interestingly enough, I started like looking up all this stuff about Charles Dickens and I was like reading all this, like his Wikipedia page, and I was like reading all this stuff about him. But so yeah, so I watched that last night. And then I was just, I told Alex this, it's like, you know, I could see that it was like so snowy outside. It was so cold. And I went and I just like stood outside for a second before I went to bed. And I was just like saying my prayers and stuff. And I just had like this moment. It's like, at first I got kind of like sad. And then like, I got just like so full of gratitude. I just was like really, really moved emotionally about just like, you know, this past year and just, I mean, you know, that I'm here. And, you know, everything is just, yeah, I just got real, like, moved emotionally last night. And so I went to bed and snuggled in with Alex and Boo Radley and got real close to Boo Radley last night. And And then we woke up today, slept in today super late. Alex and I both did. And by super late, I mean, I went to bed at like 5 something. So super late, I mean, like I slept until, I think I slept until like 2. And we woke up and Alex just stayed in bed and I came down here and I made a cup of coffee and was looking at some stuff on the computer and putting my drama video together and all that kind of stuff. And then I called Caroline and I was talking to her on the phone. And then, what else? And then I called Tanya, or Tanya called me, and did I call Tanya or she called me? And I was talking to Tanya for a little bit. She's 100% better. She's feeling amazing and just in time for her stepdaughter and grandkids to come into town for Christmas. So she's really thankful for that. And then called my sponsor. I was texting a bunch of people too, wishing them Merry Christmas and stuff. And yeah, and that was it. And so now, when I get done vlogging, like I said, I'm not going to vlog for a really long time, but I don't know if I said that, but I'm not going to vlog for a really long time. I wanted to just at least get on here and have something for Christmas. And really, I was thinking about like people out there that watch my vlogs that, you know, aren't getting to spend it with family or friends this year and don't have anybody. And I was like, I want to at least, you know that I want you guys to know how much I care about you and I appreciate you. And, you know, it's funny because I've been saying this in my cameos, and I say in my cameos that, like, I say this in my videos a lot, because I do, and I try to on a somewhat regular basis, not like all the time because I don't want it to be overkill, but especially, I don't know why, especially this time of year, but like, you know, I'm 50 years old and I get to get up every single day and do something that I absolutely love, and it's just like this unbelievable world. Like I have an amazing world or amazing life, and like my, you know, old sponsor used to say, a life beyond my wildest dreams, and that's not missed on me, you know. When there are so many people out there that have jobs and have to do things that they don't want to do, and I get so blessed, you know, to call this my job, but it's not a job because it's something that I love to do, and I love to interact with you guys and connect with you guys, and it's just really the coolest thing, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. And the Vloggerinos group, you know, this year has gotten me through so much just in reading the comments, you know, like even when I like wasn't posting and I was like, you know, not active on any social media, you know, just to read the posts and people speculating when I was going to come back, and you know, people just saying, you know, heartfelt thanks and things. It meant so much to me, and I'm so grateful for it. You know, the Peter Monn vlogging challenge and just like everything, you know, it's cool to, and just seeing people share such personal things about themselves, and then, you know, in the comment sections, and I don't know, I feel really grateful for this channel, and for those of you that don't know, that like, you know, it's funny because, you know, I was talking about the other day, I was talking about Pee-Pee's name, because there were people that were like, oh, I started watching like after Pee-Pee passed away, and so I don't know if people know this, but I started this channel because my drama channel was like losing. I mean, it still is. I don't think I've been in the green in months on my drama channel. Like I just, for years, there has been something wrong with that channel. Like I might gain, like, if I have a video that does astronomically well, I might gain like 50 or 100 subscribers, but that rarely ever happens. I'm like typically like always, like I can tell you right now, I'm typically like always like in the red on that channel. And maybe it's people that are just unsubscribing to me because they're not interested anymore. I don't know. But it's happened for so long. Yeah, like I'm like negative 325 right now for the last 28 days. And it's kind of like always been like that. I'm used to it. But when it first started happening, you know, and I was working with like a YouTube manager, not like I had a manager, but they have these things called YouTube managers where it's basically like IT people that are supposed to help you with like your analytics and things like that. And this guy was helping me, and he was like, there is something wrong with your channel. And he was like, people are getting unsubscribed to you without being, you know, notified. Like, And it's interesting because now I'm getting unsubscribed to people that I've been subscribed to for years. And so it's happening to me. And so, you know, I used to say this and people would make fun of me when I would say there's a glitch on my channel. But there is a glitch on YouTube that unsubscribes people and subscribes you to other people, right? So I don't know why that happens, but it does. But anyway, so, you know, when I started this channel, it was out of fear of not knowing what was going to happen with my drama channel. And I was like, I'm just going to start. And everybody was like, don't start a vlog channel, you know, where you're like just, you know, talking to the camera. I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And so, you know, that was 6 years ago. I started it on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day. And that was 6 years ago. And I started this, you know, as like fear of losing that channel. And then to have this turn into something that is just my heartstone that I feel so grateful for is just incredible, you know, like, and I think that's like, you know, when opportunity meets desire. And I also think, you know, to never question what your gut tells you about doing something, that I think that most of us know, like what, like the right direction is about doing something. I don't know. I'm real grateful that, do you hear my neighbor's dog? Merry Christmas. But I'm just like, do you hear him, Alex? He must have his headphones on or something. But anyway, yeah, I'm just like really grateful that I started this channel because it turned into something that I never thought it would. And you guys mean so much to me, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, so... And then today, we haven't really been doing anything, like I said, and I've been like just doing stuff on the computer and had Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on in the background. I've been watching it on YouTube. And then I'm probably going to put on Smoky Mountain Christmas here in just a little bit. I've watched so many Christmas movies this year. So I keep a list of Christmas movies, and I've watched quite a few. Hold on a second, I can get rid of that list. And here, like, I don't know, you can't see it, but I've watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've watched 13 Christmas movies, like intentionally sat down and watched them. That's not counting the ones that are just like on in the background or whatever. Would you be quiet, please? I'm trying to vlog. He just stands out there. He thinks he sees stuff. He doesn't see anything. So anyway, so yeah, and then tonight we are going to dinner with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's coming over here at 8:30. And then we're going to dinner with her at Ruth Chris late. And just she and Alex and I, which I'm really excited about. That'll be a nice dinner. And then after we eat dinner, we're going to go over to my brother and sister-in-law's, Carlos and Liliana, and with her sisters are in town visiting, and then the kids, and then we'll do like Christmas presents and have Christmas and stuff over there. And then Alex and I'll come home and just, you know, relax and all that kind of stuff. And then tomorrow we'll go over to Caroline's house. And Caroline said that she's thinking about doing a white elephant gift exchange because her stepson really wants to do one. And this dog is going crazy. They let him out and he literally stands right behind our patio and just barks and goes crazy. So I was like, oh, I think that would be really fun, but let me know if you're going to do it because I need to go buy something. And Caroline was like, well, that's not the way that you do a white elephant. You bring something from your house. And I was like, oh, and she was like, yeah, like, that's the real way of doing it. I have like the perfect, I don't want to say it on here because I know then somebody will say it like in the Vloggerinos group and Caroline will see it, but I have like the perfect white elephant gift. So I texted her because Caroline was having dinner with her husband and son and her other stepson at 4:40. So I texted her and I said, like 4:30, and I said, are we doing this white elephant, LOL, because I'm going to win? And she didn't text me back. But anyway, so yeah, so that'll be tonight. And then we got all kinds of stuff. We got stuffed olives. We got feta stuffed olives, garlic stuffed olives. What else did we get? We got like 4 different kinds of stuffed olives. Alex got glazed donuts. He got cookies. And then I got a sweetheart roll for tomorrow morning. And then chips, an onion dip, of course. And then cheese. Oh my God, you guys, you know what I got? I got Wheat Thins and Cheese Whiz, which I haven't had in forever. I don't know why. We were just like going up and down the aisles and we we're getting all this crap. Alex is like, we're like shopping like for a blizzard when we're really shopping for just like Sunday and Monday. Because this is all for like when we come home from like Caroline's house and then like Monday because Alex isn't working on Monday. And so I'm like, we're going to be like eating all this food within 2 days. Oh, of course we got candy. I got Bridge Mix and Alex got a bunch of candy. And then I got Pringles. What else? I got 2 different kinds of pizza. I got one that's like a Quattro Formaggio. They didn't have any Totino's party pizzas that were just cheese. I was so mad about it. I was like, I can't believe that they're out of these. Well, Alex goes, I go, I can't believe they're out of my pizza. He goes, just get a different kind of pizza. I was like, I just want these Totino's. I just want the cheap party pizzas. Those are my favorites. I love those so much. But I got 2 different kinds of pizza instead. And then I got the cheese sticks, like the Colby Jack cheese sticks. This woman in the store, she had these glitter green knee-high boots on, and I loved them. I was like, oh my God, I love your boots so much. She's like, thanks. Everybody was so friendly out today. It was like, people were like, I mean, it was so bitter cold, and people in the parking lot were like, Merry Christmas. This guy was like pushing the cart, because you always have to return carts to where they belong. And so I was pushing the cart back to where it went, and he was too. He was like taking his bags out of it and pushing the cart over there. And I said, it's so cold. And he goes, I know, it's freezing out here. And he goes, Merry Christmas. I go, Merry Christmas to you too. People are so friendly this year, so I love that. Oh. Yeah, and then tomorrow we'll sleep in, and then we'll go over and we'll unwrap presents, and then we'll go over to Caroline's at, we have to be there at 3 o'clock, and I don't know how long we'll stay there, so, and then I don't know, tomorrow night we may watch a movie or do something. I am not going to vlog tomorrow, I've decided. Like, I was kind of like up in the air about it, and you guys know I was like, is he washing something? Can you hear me? Hello? Babe? He must have his headphones on. But I was going to do a load of wash. I'm like kind of hoping he's not like doing wash because I need to do some wash. But anyway, we'll probably just like watch a movie or something. But I had thought about vlogging tomorrow, but I was like, you know, like if we get home from Caroline's at a certain time, I'm like, you know what? I just want to enjoy the day with my family. I feel so blessed to have them that I'm not going to like rush. And like when I get home, I just want to relax with him and Boo. And so yeah, so I am not going to be vlogging tomorrow, just so y'all know. I'll put something up at some point, like on the community tab or like in the Vloggerinos group as well. But that's Christmas. What are you guys doing for Christmas? 2 things I wanted to look up on the phone. First of all, I wanted to make sure that I didn't get any like last minute like cameo requests. Oh, I did. Hold on a second. Okay. Well, I can get that done. That's not gonna be a problem. So, what is that? And then I also wanted to look up, because Alex was like, he was asking, I said, are you gonna have steak tomorrow night at Ruth Chris? And he was like, yeah, probably. He loves a good filet. And he was like, what are you gonna have? And I said, I don't know. And I said, I'll probably have, here's their menu. Here's their steak. I said, I'll probably have a wedge. They have a really good wedge there. And then I'll have like a side or a baked potato. So they have a New York strip. I used to love New York strips back in the day. Isn't that so funny? They have a petite filet, a cowboy ribeye, filet, ribeye, and petite filet and shrimp. He'll probably get a filet, a big one. Oh, T-bone and a porterhouse for 2. Specialty cuts, bone-in filet, bone-in New York strip, Tommy Hawk ribeye, lamb chops. And then they also have, these are the compliments, lobster tail, grilled shrimp, Oscar style. That's crab cake, asparagus, béarnaise sauce. Then they have blue cheese crust or truffle crust. And then they also have seafood and specialties, stuffed chicken breast. So we used to go, my aunt would take us to Fleming's Steakhouse every year for Christmas Eve dinner. And everybody would always get steak. And my aunt would be like, you can get whatever you want. And everybody would always get steak. And I would always get, it stopped. Anyway, everybody would always get steaks. And I would always get the stuffed chicken breast because I loved it so much. And it was so good at Fleming's. So they have seafood and specialties. Stuffed chicken breast, oven roasted double breast, garlic, herb cheese, lemon butter. Garlic crusted sea bass, king salmon and shrimp, sizzling crab cake entree. Ruth's classic menu. Surf and turf. Oh, this is like a pre-fixed meal, including a starter, entree, a personal side, and dessert. Appetizers and sides. Okay, calamari, seared ahi tuna. This is like, steakhouses are so hard for me. But I was kind of excited for Christmas because I thought it would be like really nice, you know. Barbecued shrimp, it's really close to us too. Goat cheese and artichoke dip. Spicy shrimp. Veal, oh no. Sizzling crab cakes, mushrooms stuffed with crab meat, shrimp cocktail. So many of our friends, like Melissa and Jason, they love shrimp cocktail. Chilled seafood tower. And then signature side dishes. Baked potato. I might get one of those. 1 pound fully loaded. Potatoes au gratin. Diced Idaho potatoes with 3 cheese sauce. I might get those. Garlic mashed potatoes. Smooth and creamy with hints of garlic, roasted garlic. Delicious. Lobster mac and cheese, but they can make the lobster mac and cheese with no lobster in it. Cremini mushrooms, pan roasted veal demi glutino. Sweet potato casserole. Oh my God, that's what I'm gonna get. Okay, creamed spinach, a Ruth's classic. No, thank you. Roasted Brussels sprouts. I do like Brussels sprouts, but I don't feel like it tonight. But they also have bacon and honey in it. And then grilled asparagus with hollandaise sauce. Alex loves their grilled asparagus. Okay. And then soup and salad. They have a Caesar salad, a lettuce wedge, bacon and blue cheese on crisp greens, but I'm not going to, the bacon. Ruth's chopped salad, steakhouse salad, and lobster bisque. And then desserts, chocolate sin cake, cream brulee, that's rich flourless cake, ganache, and raspberry sauce. They also have a creme brulee, vanilla bean custard with raw sugar crust, bread pudding, vanilla, raisins, Jack Daniels whiskey sauce, and cheesecake, fresh berries, and mints. Specialty diets. What's this? Let's see what the specialty diets. Gluten-free. Oh, vegetarian. They have a vegetarian menu here. Who knew? They have roasted broccoli steaks. I'm gonna see. Hold on a second. I want to see what. I want to see what the vegetarian options are for this. I did not even know that they had vegetarian options. Where did I find that? Oh, here it is. Market vegetable linguine. Marinated, locally sourced over tender pasta. Asian noodle salad. Ginger soy marinated filet. No. How did I find that before? Oh, So it's the Market vegetable linguine is what they have at the place. But they have roasted broccoli steaks, roasted fresh broccoli with red bell peppers and red onion topped with a garlic herb crusted. I wouldn't get that anyway. Ruth's vegetarian trio. Hearty portion of roasted tomatoes topped with blue cheese. I wouldn't get that either. Oh, well, I maybe. Spinach stuffed mushrooms. That sounds so good. Pasta and asparagus tossed in a green chili for cheese sauce. I would maybe get that. Roasted vegetarian Napoleon. Roasted Market vegetable Napoleon. Ricotta cheese. That sounds good. And then there's starters. Ruth's chopped salad with no bacon. Steakhouse salad. Lettuce wedge with no bacon. And then the side dishes. It lists... Here, I'm going to screenshot this so I know which side dishes have no. And it tells you even to ask without bacon. That is so great, isn't it? The Market vegetable linguine. I don't know that I want that. I kind of feel like I just want... I'm not really craving like a baked potato. I'm kind of craving just sides. I might do like French fries. Alex and I usually split French fries. I might do the sweet potato casserole and like the garlic mashed potatoes. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you guys, to all of you out there that recommended me take the Lactaid. So I took the Lactaid the other night when we went over to Alex's aunt and uncle's house because I ate like a bunch of cheese and like milk chocolate. I looked up to see like the things that like if you're lactose intolerant, it's like milk chocolate, cheese. It's like, you know, dairy-based stuff, but a lot of it. Hold on, Caroline just texted me. What is she saying? She said, yes, we're doing the white elephant. She'll send out something tonight. So I took 2 tablets. Like it says take 1, like when you start eating. But then it said, but you can take 2 if you want. And I got like the extra strength Lactaid or whatever. I got it on Amazon. They like had it here. Like I ordered it like at 3 o'clock in the morning and it was here by like 10 a.m. the next day. I couldn't believe it. So I took 2 tablets. And like my stomach was still kind of gassy, but like, okay. And I know this is probably TMI, but for anybody out there that suffers from this, just so you know, okay. And then my friend Valerie told me to take something too. I can't remember what she told me to take. But like if my stomach problems from eating cheese and whatever, like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's pretty bad, you guys. Like, I mean, it's like an 8, I would say. Like, if I'm eating, like, a lot of creams or, like, you know, if I'm eating, like, a cream-based, like, pasta or salad dressing or something like that. Like, it's really bad when I eat that. And the other night, like, I ate a bunch of cheese. I ate a bunch of, like milk chocolate stuff. And I would say, like, my stomach was still, like, a little, like, gassy. Like, it was, like, and whatever. But, like, compared to what it usually is, I would say it was probably like a 3 or a 4. Like it was not nearly, it was completely bearable. It wasn't bad at all. And so I was like, oh my God, these pills kind of work. So I'm going to take them tonight. I'm going to see too, because this will be the true test, because this will be, you know, like eating like the salad dressing from the wedge and whatever. I think I'm also just gonna have to start being more careful. And I mean, if I have to switch up my diet and just like, you know, eat balsamic vinaigrette, I mean, that's fine. But I already feel like being a vegetarian, there's like so many things that like I can't eat that I want to be able to enjoy, you know, what I eat when I go out. And so it's whatever. But, and in all honesty, and this is like how you can tell like it's getting really bad for me, is that I'm at a point where I would rather eat something that's less desirable than go through the pain that I have afterwards, because it is really that bad. Like, I mean, it's really, and it's for hours on end. And it hits me like immediately. And you know what's interesting is like when it first started, I thought I was getting cross-contaminated, because it's very similar feeling. If you've been a vegetarian and then you have like gotten, so cross-contamination means that they cooked they cooked food in a restaurant or whatever, like you've gotten byproducts of meat, like in your food, by either they cook it on the same grill or the same place or whatever, and you just didn't know it. The first time it like ever really happened to me was we went to Benihana with Jason and Melissa, and we were sitting in the bar, and they all got like chicken fried rice or like combo fried rice, and I ordered vegetarian fried rice. And I said to the guy, I was like, make sure like I don't eat any meat, like whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, no problem, whatever. And we got home, and literally like we ate and we left. Like, I mean, I was like eating up till the point we left, and I got home, and like half an hour, because it always hits right away, like a half an hour. I mean, when you're cross-contaminated, it's not something that like you have to wait like 5 hours. Like, it hits you right away. And so like a half an hour later, I was like, oh my God, I mean, it was the worst feeling ever. Like, I just literally felt like I was dying from within. And Alex was like, I bet they cooked your fried rice on the same grill that they cooked ours on. And I was like, I mean, we weren't sitting like at one of the tables. We were sitting in the bar. And I was like, oh my God, I bet you're right. I didn't even think about that. And as a vegetarian, you'll know this. It's something that happens, you know? And you can be very careful, and you can order things that are not, like, can't risk being cross-contaminated, like a salad. But you don't know what utensils they're using to make it, you know? It's like, when I go sandwich places and whatever, it's like, I noticed this the last time that I went to like Subway or somewhere like that they didn't take their gloves off when they were like from like one sandwich to the next. And I was like, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, so they just touched meat and whatever, you know? And now they're making like my sandwich, you know what I mean? And so, you know, she is like texting me like crazy. Hold on a second. Oh wait, Caroline just sent out the directions for the White Elephant Exchange, Christmas around 5. The gift has to be from your house, not store-bought. Merry Christmas Eve. I thought she said 3. So yeah, so that's how it feels when you are cross-contaminated. It's a very similar feeling to me of being like lactose intolerant. And it's like, okay, I can't eat these certain things. Like, and people say it's, well, I looked it up and it was like, it's not an allergic reaction. They don't define it as an allergic reaction. But it feels like that, you know? It feels like you eat something that your system can't have. I don't know. I don't really know that much about it. Like I said, I'm going to my doctor, my primary care physician in January. I have an appointment. And so when I go in there to see him, I actually need to check and find out when that appointment is. When I go in there to see him, I'm going to, I'm going to ask him about, you know, being lactose intolerant. I've got a bunch of questions I want to ask him. And that's just one of them that I'm going to ask him, because he's somebody that would, you know about those things and what to recommend. But I think mostly, you know, the best case scenario is just to completely change my diet. So I don't know. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off here because I do want to wash a couple things before I get ready for tonight. And so and I've got to make sure that these things are ready and washed and dried. So I'm gonna get off here, and but I want to wish you and all of yours a very magical Christmas. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you have the best Christmas ever in the entire world, wherever you are, if you're spending it with family and friends. If you're not able to do that this year, do something special for yourself. Eat something that will make you happy, and watch a good movie or series on TV, and treat yourself right. And if you have to work this year, thank you for your service, and I appreciate it. And, maybe next year you'll not have to work on the holidays. And so, yeah. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. And especially during the holidays, when there are a lot of people that don't have anybody else. It's a really good time of year to reach out to somebody. So I love you guys. Also, remember to be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'll see you actually in 2 days. I love you, and I'll see you then. Bye. Love you.